All you need are 3 things to create a successful startup. First is to start with good people, then make something customers actually want. And third is to spend as little money as possible. Welcome to another inspiring episode of the Startup Corner Show here on Africa Business Radio. I am your regular host, Onoja, and right after the break, I will be speaking to my startup guest today in the person of Mary Godwin Akan CEO, Kinkchick Empire Limited. I ask you guys to stick around because after the break, we shall get right into it. All right, welcome back from that break. And like I mentioned, Mary Godwin Akan is right here in the studio. She is an undergraduate of biochemistry in the University of Uyo. She is the founder and CEO, Kinkchick Empire Limited, a multifaceted company that manufactures organic, natural hair and body care products. She's currently running a program for students themed Uplifting Student Distributorship planned by Kinkchick Natural Hair Care, which allows students to be able to make extra income for themselves by wholesaling the product to them at almost a zero or nothing at all. Hi, Mary.
Hello.
Hi, how do you feel?
I feel excited.
This is actually your first time in Africa Business Radio.
Yeah, this is my first time on a radio interview.
Oh, wow.
Ever.
This is like your official, this should be like your official break of interview.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we made history that is.
Yeah, we have.
Okay, so good to be part of that history. Yeah. So I have mentioned a few things about your brand, Kinkchick Empire. Tell us a bit more. I want to have a feeler of what Kinkchick Empire really is.
Okay, Kinkchick is a brand that was born out of my passion for natural hair and natural beauty. I started blogging about natural hair when I was 16. It was basically out of boredom because when I finished from secondary school, I was 14. So I didn't get admission immediately. And then I don't like being idle.
Exactly.
So I just started blogging and I was wearing my natural hair after secondary school. So I started blogging about it, doing research on how to take care of my natural hair, how to use, organic stuff, the food we eat, avocado, eggs, butter, to take care of them because I have this naturally stubborn hair. My hair is very thick and very dry naturally. So I had to how can I make my hair beautiful? Because I love African hair texture. It's very beautiful. So I started making this product. I started very, very little. I was using moi moi cups to make my very first product was the hair butter. So that was the one I was able to do with very little resources, because it was very easy for me to make them. Although at that time I was buying very expensive because I didn't know where to get them at, in wholesale, quantity. So that's how I started. I just started blogging about it, and then people started listening to me, what this girl has to say. Because then a lot of people were not even wearing their natural hair. So I was looking like crazy. Why are you wearing your natural hair? Why do you like suffering? Because some people see natural, then people used to see natural hair as
a lot of punishment.
Suffering
exactly.
yourself instead of you to just relax your hair. But I didn't find the idea of having straight natural hair very enticing because it's just basic. I always want to be different because I know I'm unique, I'm different. So whenever I stand in a crowd, I want to be different. People look at me and see, oh, that's an African woman. That's how I always want to be seen. So that's how I started the brand Kinkchick.
Okay, so the business of organic product making is relatively green. If you go on the gram, you see there are a lot of people in that field. Why did you decide that, you're still going to go into it despite the crowd?
Okay, so when I started making products for natural hair, it wasn't popular. A lot of people were not making any organic stuff. They preferred buying, store-bought chemical, field stuff. And then why I even started making you going for the natural stuff was because then I didn't have any source of income. So it was cheaper. If you check now, there's a lot of natural hair products. So you can see some that are very cheap. Then stuff like Shea Moisture, even till now, they're very expensive. And I didn't have all that money. So I decided I can make the ones I use. People actually were like, oh, what are you using for your hair? When I see my hair growing so well, what are you using for your hair? And I'll tell them, okay, this is how I make it. And people were like, okay, can you make for me? So there were not many people people will buy even without the labels, even without any big name. People were buying. I was receiving patronage from big women. I would be surprised that this person is buying from me. So people were not, really there. And then now, everybody is just saying organic. I'm making organic cream, and then you use the cream.
Exactly.
And it's something else.
A lot of
different.
things happening.
So
okay.
People misuse the word organic. When something is certified organic, it means that it's natural, like no processing.
Additives, yeah.
For example, if you are using maybe avocado. To make your products, it means that this avocado has not been, doesn't have any fertilizer while it was growing. It was just natural as it is. Once there's the use of fertilizer, it changes the way it would have grown naturally. For example, a tree that can take 5 years or 10 years to grow, with fertilizer, it starts bearing fruit very early. Okay. So you've changed the natural way of how that tree was supposed to grow. Cows that would have just eaten grass, and then maybe after a few years they start producing milk. We start feeding them all these feeds. So it's no longer, it's no longer organic.
Yeah.
But it's still natural because it's not man-made.
Exactly.
So that's the difference between natural and chemicals. Chemicals are man-made, but things that are natural are not man-made, although they may be affected by man's, maybe fertilizer or feed or anything. So my products are natural because I don't grow the things I use. I don't feed the cows that, because one of my best products, the Raw My Shanu and Shebe Deep Conditioner, is like bestseller. So, I don't know how they feed the cows and all that. So maybe when I'm big enough to have, some companies actually have their own farms where they get their stuff from. Then that's where you can certify that this is truly organic, or you take it to maybe a lab and they can test that this is organic. There's no fertilizer or anything. So that's just it. People misuse the word. They even know, some people may even know it's not organic, but they just use it to sell their market. Yeah,
exactly.
Because this is Nigeria, no regulation.
We have to sell.
Yeah.
And we have to use some certain type of name to get that attention.
That attention.
Oh, wow. Okay. So now, let's talk about branding.
Okay.
Going through your page, the first thing that caught my attention was your branding. And that was me in my head. Like, why did you give it so much, to package so much? What were you thinking at the time when you were going to start your branding? What were you thinking? What came to mind?
Okay. If you go through my page, Kinkchick Natural Hair, you see that I actually changed my branding from the former one to this one, because when I started, I didn't have enough money to put into my packaging. That's the containers. I was using inferior Nigerian made containers. So they were very cheap, compared to the foreign counterparts. They were very cheap. So it was something I could afford at that time, you get. So, but branding is very, very important in it, because right now at this stage, I've been able to, state the fact, okay, my products are top notch, because they are definitely top notch. So I have to take it to another level by changing the branding, because people already know that, her products are good. But you see that one time I went to a trade fair in Lekki. Okay. I've been to trade fairs in other places, but Lekki, Lagos, they like bling. They like something to be fine. It might be good. You may be a good person, but if you're not,
it's not well packed.
Fine, sorry.
Of course, you don't get new clients.
So I was there at the trade fair.
Okay.
The way I even dressed, I was just normally dressed. My stand, my products were just, but if you see other people's stands, the product may not be good.
Exactly.
But that bling, that packaging, everybody was rushing there. It's only people that knew me that
were coming for you, regardless.
People that knew my products, they know what they are going for ahead, that came to me. And then maybe some people, it took a lot for me to sell that day. I had to walk. I walked around. I was talking. I was demonstrating my hair. Even my hair, I was even thinking will attract people. Can you imagine? People thought it was a wig.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't know that.
Oh my God.
It was funny that I didn't know they were thinking I was wearing an Afro wig till I start telling people this is they were like, this is your hair. They started touching my hair, my scalp. That was what helped me that day. If not, for just the count bridge.
Exactly. No wonder the branding now, the packaging for you now has become something really. I saw it and I'm like, I must give it to her, for her to sit back and be like, okay, I'm going to put so much time and money into packaging my products. Is something you need to be highly, a thumbs up to that.
Thank you very much.
So every entrepreneur, especially startups, encounter some sort of, difficulty. And, it's not easy for someone to say today, I want to just be my own boss. I want to start my own business. Share with us some of these bad moments you've had.
Okay. I've had a lot because, I come from, I don't know how to classify my family. Again, I don't really know. I don't know if I should say middle, but I know my family is not poor, but I don't know if they are, let me just say average.
Okay.
Let me just say average, because since my dad got ill, when I was growing up, it was rosy and everything, and then my dad got sick. My dad is really ill. He's diabetic.
Oh.
People may not know because, they see you, they would think, or maybe because I'm fat. So people will say, okay, so my dad is ill. So financially, my family is not that all right. So, but I think me finding out that I could do business at that age really helped a lot. Okay. Then my parents were against it because they felt they had everything. Why are you doing this business? Focus on your studies. Yeah. But I am very stubborn. That has actually helped me. Because if I was the kind of sharp,
I am very stubborn.
Yeah, I am very stubborn, and I like it. I like that I am stubborn, because if I listened to my parents
at the time,
even they themselves now, they are happy that I stood my ground against them. My parents, my dad especially, he was sometimes when I asked him for money, he will mock me. Like he was trying to make me see that this business is useless.
It's not paying. So
where is your business?
Exactly.
Where is your business? Why can't you go to use your business? So my parents did not support me at all. Nothing. They did not support me at all. It was later that when my mom started seeing that I was bringing money, she was now like, okay, let me help you make this one, because she really wanted me to put in work in school. Okay. So I now showed her how to make some of the products. She now started helping. So to today, my mom has been my biggest supporter. She started supporting me. I actually even had to talk to her. So there's been a lot of, bad times, most of the people that even really gave me courage were people that I did not know.
Yeah, it's usually like that. I don't know what's up. You get more support from
people
strangers
that you don't know. And sometimes I even used to cry because you see a woman that I don't even know from anywhere. There's one woman, her name is Uloma. Okay. Anything I do, any product I bring out, she must buy it. She must buy that product.
What a support
system. She must buy the other day when I went on my 20th birthday, I did a kind of relaunch because I added my bestseller to the package, and she was ill. She just recovered from cancer. She was recovering. She came.
Wow.
That day I was like, why do these people love me like this? You get? Why are they buying? Because she was ill, she still came. She had to buy. She will always support me. So many people that I don't even know, they will always buy. They will always support me. But then my parents at first were not even, putting any interest. So I had to struggle. I had to do from my own capital. I was styling hair. I'll be jumping balls. Some people, a lot of women, I've styled like up to 50 women's hair in Lagos. Yeah. My first clients I styled their hair, they were in Lagos. So I used to jump buses. There was a day I hit my head on the bus. I think I was unconscious for a few minutes.
Oh, wow. You literally went blank.
Yeah, I went blank. And I was grateful that I was not in maybe Oshodi, because they would have just stolen my thing. I stood there and I was crying like, why am I doing all this? Because it was really rough for me to be able to do my business I had to be independent from my parents. Then when the money I was seeing from styling hair, I now invested it into getting containers. At a point, I didn't know anywhere to buy containers. At a point, the person that was supplying containers to me disappeared till today. I don't know where that guy is. I was saying, what will I do? How will I get containers? Because every business person you ask, where do you get your containers from? They will not tell you. They won't tell you. Let me not even say that one. I was just saying, is this how my business will end? Where will I get containers from? So someone just mentioned, I was just talking to someone, and she just told me, go to this market now. First of all, she told me a Butero. Go to a Butero. I didn't even know where a Butero was. I had to find. And a Butero is very hard to locate and hard to come out from. So I'll be carrying basins on my head, buying containers. I leave that place like 10 p.m.
Wow.
I remember when I used to go to collect my Shanu, 11 p.m. I'm on Akobon, going to Ojuelegba. Yeah, Shanu. Going there, 1 a.m. I'm still in Ojuelegba. So it wasn't easy.
Wow.
I had to leave my home, leave the comfort of my home. The days I stayed in some arrangements, it was not easy at all, especially when you don't have funding and support from your family.
Exactly.
It's not easy at all. Funding from nobody. It was all my effort. I think once I got a loan from a particular man that was just interested in my business, and he said, okay, let him see. So I got a loan of 50,000 naira and I paid back. But then I made a mistake. When you're starting a business that young and nobody's there to give you business advice, you make a lot of mistakes.
Exactly.
I made a terrible mistake of going too early into a collaboration. I wanted to do, that was my biggest fail, a red box sale. that was my biggest fail, because I paid an influencer a lot of money, and then
like to help you blog or something,
to help me promote it.
Yeah.
So I collaborated with someone, and I was going to be responsible for her own. I asked her to give me this quantity that when it sells up, but I had to pay her upfront for whatever she was giving me. Then at the end of the day, Yawa blew. There are many times I'm like, I'm not doing this thing again. My junior brother, my kid brother the way he used to advise me, is like he's older than me. So there are many instances where I feel like, let me just do it. But I decided to just persevere, and I think it's worth it.
Okay, it is. Now, I see you do a lot of displays on the Instagram.
Okay.
And then I want to believe sincerely that it has helped your business grow from a point to another point.
Yeah.
How would you say the internet has helped your brand?
Yeah, the internet has helped me a lot. It has helped me to meet a lot of people. When I started on the internet. The first day I put out my hair butter. I was in a small white moi moi cup, and it sold out. I sold 10 cups that day. It sold out. I was so happy. I was using my uncle's wife's mixer. I didn't have a mixer. So I was using her mixer to mix, the hair butter, and it was really nice. People bought it. So it was there was a group I was on, Natural Hair Babes. That's why I started everything natural hair. In fact, they are the people that motivated me, because when I was 16, on my 16th birthday, I relaxed my hair because my hair was, I have this very stubborn hair. My hair was matted. I didn't know what to do to my hair. At that point, my friend was just relax this hair and just have a nice birthday party. I relaxed my hair. And the next day, I found this Natural Hair Babes group. So I barbed my hair because I don't like relaxed hair at all.
Oh, wow.
So I barbed my hair and I started following on the group. Then they added me to the admins of the group. That was what made me popular in the natural hair space. Then people started following my blog. I was doing a lot of research. So it was from there my business started, because they started buying from me, because they know, okay, this person they are buying from has done the work. She has done her research. She knows what she's doing. So the internet is like my family. I have a lot of nice
family.
People. Yeah, I have a lot of internet family, especially from Facebook.
Okay, now tell me, what does success look like for Kinkchick Empire?
Success for Kinkchick Empire is, being able to finally have my products in stores worldwide. Having my products in stores, because that takes a lot of work, like having your NAFDAC, having your whole factory thing set up. So you could get your NAFDAC, and you could get like that accreditation that, okay, this product can sell in any store international, because I ship internationally, but my products are not certified to be sold in stores. Having that certification is going to be a big success, because I have a very big customer base in the US and in the UK.
Oh, wow.
So if I could get my products into stores, a lot of them are like, oh, you should get your products here. If you get your products here to sell and all that. So they love my products. I've had people even people that are not Nigerians buying from, Kinkchick, and it goes a long way to say that this is good, because Americans, if it's not good, they're not buying.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're not
so
buying.
What are you doing to actually acquire that NAFDAC registration?
I'm trying to set up my factory. It's not beans actually. It's a lot of money. NAFDAC registration, even though they have done like a discount rate for SMEs, which is not even going to last so long for people that don't have that money at hand. You still need to set up your factory and get the necessary machinery. I have a few machines, but not the industrial ones. The industrial ones will make business easier, and then certification. NAFDAC certification is actually bad. I'll definitely get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
We wish you the very best with that.
Thank you.
Okay, so there's definitely someone listening to us right now, as this show is always, we have a lot of entrepreneurs tuning in and startups to listen, to get inspired, some sort of motivation from our guest, and that's why you're here. Now, what advice do you have for entrepreneurs and startups listening to us right now?
Okay, I will say you should just be consistent, and you should be very determined and persistent too, because the world will not see your struggle. The world cannot see your struggle behind the scenes. They only see the final results. They don't know what you've gone through, what you've been through to be able to get to that level. So you have to just be consistent in whatever you're doing. Even if you fall, you have to come back.
Exactly.
Because as a last year, I just said, I don't know what I'm going to do. It was as if because I was hoping to do my NAFDAC registration. I started doing my company incorporation. I did my company incorporation. It's completed. I did trademark because those are the requirements and they are very expensive.
Yeah, they are.
They are expensive. So you do your trademark, do incorporation. Before you know it, I was like, well, how will I now do the factory if this one is that expensive already?
Hard?
Yeah. So I stopped production because I felt like I'll be able to, but then stopping production was not a good idea. So I just said that since not because I cannot do this one doesn't mean I'll just close down my business. You have to forge ahead. One way or the other, everything is going to fall in place. There was a time I did not even know that I will have the kind of containers I'm going to be using now. By the time I know now, we even have labels. So it all starts from somewhere. If you don't have funding, it might take a longer time, but if you are consistent, even if it takes 10 years, you will still get there. And it's always good to start early. When you start early, if you start in your teens, even if it takes 10 years, you're still a young person when you get there. Even if you start when you're not in your teens, just be consistent. You will still get there. That's my advice.
So all she's saying is the consistency is actually the key.
Yeah.
So you need to keep doing what you're doing. You never know. Someone is out there watching. You never know where it's going to come from. So thank you so much, Mary, for sharing this moment with us. So ladies and gentlemen, it's been Mary. Of course, I won't let you go before someone, just chokes me right now. There's someone listening and wondering how they can access you and then find out what you can do and what you have. How can we find you on the internet? Okay,
my business page on the internet is Kinkchick Natural Hair Care. Kinkchick is KINKCHIC. You can reach me there. My contact is there. And then very soon my website link will be up. I'm launching my website on the 30th of June, 30th of this month, like 2 weeks from now. My website will be launching.
Okay. We're very excited.
I'm very excited.
Good.
Thank you.
Okay. So you've heard her. If you want to know what she's capable of doing, or you want to have a taste or a feeler of what her product actually is, go on and find her on the gram, and then you can thank me later as usual. You know how we do it right here. Anyways, thank you so much, Mary, for joining in on the show today. Me. And I've been speaking to Mary Godwin Akan, of course, an undergraduate of biochemistry from the University of Uyo. She is the founder and chief executive officer, Kinkchick Empire Limited, a multifaceted company that manufactures organic natural hair and body products. Now she's currently running a program for students themed uplifting student distributorship planned by Kinkchick Natural Hair Care, which allows students to be able to make extra income for themselves by wholesaling the products for them at almost a zero cost. Thank you so much for all that you do for us, and we wish you the very best, Mary. Okay, so it's been, of course, Startup Corner show here on Africa Business Radio. I am saying that do not stop whatever it is you're doing. Just believe in yourself and keep going. You never know. You never know. It would happen like a dream. So keep the dream awake. Right. Okay. Moving on is where you get to find out other stuff from of course, this Africa Business Radio Network. Until next time, I'm asking you to stay put because life is always full of opportunities. Bye for now.